Okay, so let's continue with the types of neurons. So we have three types of neurons: motor neuron, sensory neuron, and relay neuron. So let us take a look one by one. Okay, first one we have the motor neuron. Okay, motor neuron can be found in the ventral root of the spinal nerve. Okay, just remember in the spinal cord. Okay, receive nerve impulse from the relay neuron of the central nervous system and send nerve impulse to the effectors such as muscles or glands to produce the appropriate response. The cell body is present in the grey matter of the spinal cord. So this one, we can see that this one, the structure of the motor neuron. So the cell body is in the front. Okay, so connected to the dendrite, and then have nucleus. So the direction of impulse flow from the dendrite to the cell body, and then flow to the axon, and then to the synaptic node. So this diagram you must remember lah. So if you see the cell body in the front, so that means this is the motor neuron. So function for this motor neuron, okay. So let's say we have motor neuron here. So it will receive the impulse from the relay neuron in the central nervous system. So whether from spinal cord or from brain lah, because central nervous system yeah, okay. So then send nerve impulse to the effectors. So this is the functions of motor neuron. Okay, then we proceed with the sensory neuron. Okay, sensory neuron present in the dorsal root of the spinal nerve, carries nerve impulse from the sensory organ receptors to the central nervous system, of course to the body, brain and spinal cord. The cell body is found in the dorsal root ganglions. Remember, where is the dorsal root ganglion? Dendrites receive nerve impulse from receptors and send them to the cell body. The nerve impulse are transferred from the cell body through the axon to the next neuron. So this is for the sensory neuron. You can see that the cell body is a bit in the middle, right? And then the flow of the impulse is from this dendrite. Okay, flow into the axon. Okay, and then through the synaptic node. To the synaptic node. So is this diagram, you must remember this one show that this is the sensory neuron. So function of sensory neuron, receive the impulse from the receptor. So we have the receptor here. Okay, receptors, then receive by the produce impulse and nerve impulse and send the impulse to the sensory neuron. Then sensory neuron actually will send the impulse to the relay neuron in the C and S. C and S here refer to brain and spinal cord. Okay. Okay, and then from here, then from relay neuron later, the impulse will flow to the motor neuron and then to the effectors. Okay, so these are the this is the structure. These are the structures of sensory neuron. Then move on to the next. We have the relay neuron. Relay neuron, nerve fibers found in the central nervous system connect the sensory neurons to motor neuron. The cell body can be found in clusters in the grey matter of the central nervous system. Send nerve impulse from the sensory neuron to the central nervous system and from the central nervous system to the motor neuron. So this is relay neuron. Okay, the neurons no axon lah. You can see no axon. Just dendrite, okay, cell body and nucleus and also synaptic node. So the flow is from dendrite, impulse from dendrite into cell body and then to the synaptic node lah. Okay, so function of this relay neuron are of course to receive, okay, send impulse from the sensory from the sensory neuron means this relay neuron will receive the impulse from sensory neuron and then send it to the motor neuron. So it will connect, okay, connect the sensory neuron and also motor neuron. So this diagram all you must remember. Okay, if you see this diagram, this is a motor neuron. I refer to the cell body. Okay, cell body here in the middle, so here is the sensory neuron. So for the relay neuron, no axon lah, just cell body only. Okay, so if we take a look at the diagram in the spinal cord, okay, right, this one. Okay, so you still remember there's the sensory neuron, the motor neuron at the ventral root, right? This is the ventral root, so we have the this one, the motor neuron, right? Okay, and then it will send nerve impulse from the relay neuron, here relay neuron, okay, and then go to the effector. Okay, this one for the motor neuron. Then we have the sensory neuron. Okay, and then the cell body. Cell body can form in the grey matter. Cell body in the grey matter. Then we move on to the next. We have the sensory neuron. So sensory neuron can form in the dorsal root. Okay, here right, dorsal root. This is sensory neuron. Okay, and then the cell body here found in the dorsal root ganglion, the curve here. Okay, and then function to receive the impulse from the receptor, then send to the relay neuron, like that, in the CNS. Okay, in the CNS means in the brain and also in the spinal cord lah. Okay, and then later we have the relay neuron. So you see the relay neuron is a bit shorter compared to other two sensory neurons and also motor neurons, because I have only the what we call the mostly cell body lah. Okay, cell body, and then if you connect and also this one is synaptic node, right? So connect the sensory neuron and also relay in motor neuron, and then the cell body here also in the grey matter. Okay, so these are the structures, or these are the types of neurons in our body.